Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast.
It is legacy time on the roster countdown. Coming in at number 84, wide receiver Terrell Owens. That's right, that Owens, the son of Terrell Owens, T.O.'s kid. We look at the composite story. He's a wide receiver, just like his pops. We had 4 rankings, 1 through 91. He came in with a total score of 338. His highest ranking was 79 on the chart. Lowest was 89. Now, the legacy stuff, the Niners had to get one. You got a McCaffrey, you got a Gore, you got a Rice, you got a Owens. They didn't draft any of those, but they went with the undrafted free agent Terrell Owens. And I like that they rewarded him. They had him in for the rookie tryout, and by all accounts from the people that were there, he was the best player on the field, and the 49ers rewarded that. So who is Terrell Owens? We know he's the son. We get that. But let's judge him for what he's put on the table. Let's look at his resume and kind of figure out how he fits into this 49ers roster. He's wearing jersey number 84. Now, he's a big wide receiver, 6'3", 193. He's up there with some of the larger wide receivers that we have on this team. 31-inch arms, that's short. That's pretty bad for a 6'3 guy. 24 years old, ran a 4.5 440. 6'3", 4.5 is wonderful for a wide receiver. Now, 3-cone. 7.47. That's like O-line level good. Very bad for a wide receiver. So shiftiness, change of direction, not his thing. But he's 6'3", 193, and he can run straight. And so, whenever I was watching him, I kept thinking kind of, and I hate using this term, he's a light DK Metcalf type. Change of direction, just not his jam. But big, physical, field stretcher, vertical, 10-4 broad jump, great. 14 bench press reps, not bad. So he's got some of the play strength, the body strength that his dad did have. Grew up here in Oakland. He played at Bishop O'Dowd High School. It's right over by the zoo here in Oakland. Was a 0-star recruit, which is hard to do whenever you have that family name. And you look at the journey that Tariq has gone through. Bishop O'Dowd High School in Oakland, Contra Costa, Costa Community College, Florida Atlantic, then Missouri State. Like, he has scrapped and clawed his way into this position. Now, would he have gotten this if he wasn't, Terrell Owens' son? Maybe, probably not. But he's here, and he has fought for this. Grew up in Pleasanton, right up the road here. Two-sport athlete. Basketball was kind of his big thing and converted to football when I think he realized he wasn't going to be one of the college. Getting a basketball scholarship is one of the hardest things. Sometimes colleges only offer 2 basketball scholarships a year versus football, 24. You know what I'm saying? Played in the CIF Football Championship Bowl game, the 5-2A game, and very smart. This is the area where I feel he checks a lot of boxes for the 49ers. Commissioner's Academic Excellence Award for the Mountain Valley Football Conference. He was on the honor roll in 2022. He was MSU's Athletic Director's honor roll 3 times. It's there. So the intelligence is there. The physical build is there. The legacy is there. And, John Lynch, whenever he was asked about Tariq, he said, it was something about his gait, end quote. He goes on to say, it's crazy how those things translate, end quote, whenever he was talking about playing against his dad, T.O. How it just looked the same. It looks so similar. And so can he establish himself as a vertical threat in training camp? That's going to be key. I wouldn't be shocked if there's some turnover here. The wide receiver position depth chart is crazy deep, and we'll go through that here in a second. But Tariq and he's come out and said he's been very vocal about this. He wants to make it as his own, not because he's his father's son. He doesn't want to be compared to his father's success, which I get. That's got to be difficult when your dad's a Hall of Famer. You're a 0-star recruit. Now, T.O., he came from a very small Chattanooga. Came from some small schools as well. But we'll see. Stats, they're not there. The statistics are not there. His most productive season was this recent year, 2023. Terrell Owens had 28 catches, 528 yards, 4 touchdowns. That's not an NFL-worthy wide receiver at a small school. If you go to a small school, you should dominate or have some dominating tape. He doesn't have that. Now, the PFF grades are much kinder. 72.9 overall. That's good. 72.7 receiving. Good. 58.4 run blocking. Yeah. 63.6 special teams. All right. So the analytical, just on a play-by-play, whatever, decent. Playing against smaller competition, inferior opponents than what you're going to get in the NFL, he couldn't dominate there. So this is going to be a slow trajectory for him to be NFL caliber player. And I think it's going to take time. And, maybe you bring him back next year as well. But he's the only undrafted free agent for the 49ers to get zero guaranteed money. It costs them nothing. And, it's a PR move. You placate the fans. And not saying he doesn't deserve it, but I'm just saying there's way more to it than just Terrell Owens deserves a spot on this 91-man roster countdown. What he's done in the past probably doesn't warrant that. And the zero guaranteed dollars, that probably plays into it as well. I mean, you look at his entire college career, 46 catches, 765 yards, 15.1 yards per catch. That's good. 4 touchdowns. They all came in 2023. He's only had one career 100-yard game at tiny schools. He's got to figure some stuff out. Dane Brugler of The Athletic ranked him as his number 143 wide receiver in this class. And there's a lot of wide receivers ranked ahead of him that did not get deals like this. So we'll see. He's only played in 26 college games, 3 separate schools. But look at this wide receiver depth chart. In the past, the Niners have kept 5 or 6 wide receivers. Well, just you look at the locks. Guaranteed to make this roster. Ayuk, Debo, Jennings, Pearsall, Cowan. That's 5. Might be room for one more. Listen to the guys fighting for this. Danny Gray, Ronnie Bell, Chris Conley, Trent Taylor, Tay Martin, Terrell Owens. That's a lot of guys. That's 6 wide receivers fighting for maybe one spot. 49ers might just keep 5, dump them all, load a couple on the practice squad, promote one every now and then like they have in the past. 6 guys fighting for maybe one spot. And I put Terrell Owens behind everybody. Tell you, Tay Martin fits this team and has been on this team for 3 years waiting for his chance. Trent Taylor, come on. Automatic punt return specialist, plus he knows the routes. Chris Conley, man, played awesome in the Super Bowl, limited snaps. Ronnie Bell's got some promise. Danny Gray, 4.3 speed, had a great training camp last year. I mean, who would you kick the other 5 off for Terrell Owens? Not yet. So he's still got a ways to go, but it is so important that he makes a stake and proves he belongs. That's his goal. That's his goal right now. And, whenever we do this roster countdown, it's who impacts the 2024 49ers the most. Terrell Owens ain't going to be on there. That's why he's number 84 for us. Maybe 2 to 3 years down the road. Probably not going to be with the Niners, though. Wish him the best. Glad he's here. Makes me feel better. I'm wearing a 90s hat. This reminds me of the 90s. I'm feeling it. And I hope he surprises like his dad did. Nothing would make me happier than for him to be the next 49ers legend wide receiver. I just think it's a long shot. So that's why he's number 84. And for us here, got to say thank you to Oscar, Dave, and Josh, the executive producers of this series. We're just going to keep counting them down.